Welcome to the best of the Leon Charney Report. For over 2 decades, Leon Charney, one of the architects of the historic Camp David Peace Accords, has interviewed some of the most important figures in modern-day history. These interviews provide a window into some of the most significant events of the last 50 years. In this excerpt, originally aired in January 1997, Leon Charney interviews former Prime Minister Shimon Peres, whose uncanny predictions for the future of Israel and the Middle East became reality.
You're very traditional. Your background is tremendously traditional.
Yes.
And your grandfathers were rabbis and chazonim and cantors and...
Yes, right.
So why is the public so unaware of that?
I don't know what is the public. Half of the public voted for me. It's not little. In a country that is so conservative, where you have such a strong religious group. And I believe I can say about myself, I'm trying to introduce a change. People don't like changes. And down between the two of me, if you'll ask me what should the leader be, I would tell him, be controversial, don't be popular. What is popular? To agree with everything that exists, to agree with anybody you meet. What is controversial? When you want to change. It is not that people don't know me. They don't like some of what I'm trying to do. I can understand it.
We were in the Knesset yesterday.
Yes.
I sense that this country is in despair. People really don't know which way to turn.
Yes.
We interviewed people from Likud, some from Labor. Everybody's in shock about the first 100 days of Bibi Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really know what to make of it. The feeling is that he's put some strain into relationships with Jordan, that he's put some strain into Camp David with Mubarak, that he's put some strain into, obviously, some relationships with Arafat. They look at you as the wise man, as the statesman. And I'm talking about the political people. Maybe the population didn't know enough about it, or maybe they did.
The population is better.
It's better?
Yes, with the population I have a much better standing. You know, I got thousands and thousands of letters. I didn't get a single negative letter. Letters of support, of love. I have more troubles on the top.
Is that right?
Than among the people.
Where do you see the country going now?
Look, the Likud promised 3 or 4 things which are impossible. They said, why should you pay for peace? We shall give you peace without a price. Free lunch, free peace. It's not honest. I'm telling the people, and I'm telling you, peace has a price. Peace process is not a book of poetry. It's a book of blood, of struggles, of disappointments. And you know, the Likud came in and says, have it free. Then they says, why should we have peace with terror? Let's have security first, peace after. It is again not serious. Only peace may bring security. But if we will wait for having a total security, you'll never have peace. Then they came in and says, Mr. Peres was in a hurry. He was galloping, you know, he didn't do it. Again, it's total nonsense. Because if you come to horses and you see all those galloping horses, and you say, my God, I can't stand their pace. I would like to become, say, a turtle. That's fine, you can become a turtle. But the horses will not become turtles. The horses of war, the horses of fundamentalism, the horses of missiles. And you're a fool if you think that the armor of the turtle on your back will be a compensation for the speed of the different horses. And I'm telling you, in 3 or 4 years, we shall face a terrible situation. Fundamentalism will be spread. They may win over some of the oil wells. They may have a nuclear option. They will have missiles. And then what? With all due respect to a rabbi who reached the age of 100 years, what does he know about nuclear weapons? What does he know about missiles? What does he know about the dangers that are facing us? And I want to tell you again, straightforward, There are many wise Jews. The Jewish people is not a wise people. We didn't understand what Hitler was. We didn't understand what Stalin was. We didn't understand in our first temple and second temple the enemies we face, the need for unity inside. And I don't want to depend automatically on what is called the wisdom of our people. Everything is written on the wall, and I'm not afraid to say so, and nobody will frighten me. Then they said, with the Palestinians, what Mr. Netanyahu calls a generous autonomy. What does it mean, a generous autonomy? Generous to whom? The Palestinians will never take autonomy as a generous proposal instead of more than autonomy. We think that autonomy is a station on the road for a permanent solution. They think that autonomy is the permanent solution, generous autonomy. All those were four mistakes. That's one of the reasons why we lost the elections. We say for peace, the Likud says for peace. But whereas we said peace has a price, for example, you have to withdraw from a part of the Golan Heights or more than part of it. They says, no, keep the Golan Heights. You see? And that is why we paid foolishly. Leon, the last 4 years, the government founded by Yitzhak Rabin, and all the credit must be given to him, were the best 4 years in the 4,000 years of the Jewish history. Never were the Jewish people or the Jewish state as respected, as taken seriously. Never did we have a better economic situation. Never did we have a more political wisdom or strategic facility than we have today. And now, what are we doing? Nobody knows where to go.
People are despaired, I can tell you.
Yes, but look, I can only tell the truth. I'm not looking for popular votes. Maybe I lost the elections. I didn't lose my conscience. Maybe I am short of 1/30%, but I'm not short of seeing the situation, as I believe at least, is, and I don't have the slightest hesitation to tell what I think and what I feel.
In modern Middle East history, only one peace treaty has stood the test of time, the 1978 Camp David Accord. In the new documentary film, Backdoor Channels, The Price of Peace, learn the true story behind the greatest diplomatic achievement of our time and its lessons for the future.
The price of peace is very high. To have this courageous man and my close friend killed.
Backdoor Channels, The Price of Peace. Now available at select stores including Barnes & Noble and online at Amazon.com. The preceding program was brought to you by Backdoor Channels, The Price of Peace.